Thanks for getting that squeeze on.
I just got it.
Right there.
Yeah. 12:25.
I was in the clinic for 2 hours and it's not broken, it's just injured, like a bone bruise, and I have bad arthritis from riding a bike after not riding for 25 years.
Oh. Well, you're moving on it pretty well.
Well, not that well. I'm doing okay. I just want, oh dear, are you okay with those?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're young.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you live streaming for Jenny? Is it on? Is she on it?
I don't know.
Are you live streaming on Facebook? Dina? Dina, I have to tell her, is it on Facebook?
Mm.
Yes. Always gonna work for his thing.
Is that very polite to Mr. Erickson?
What? Oh, Dean, Mr. Erickson is mad.
He's gonna be Dad's neighbor for a while. Oh, he's got your tushy on it? Yeah.
Just all that we could afford.
Yeah. That's.
Come on, Dad. Pony up a little bit more.
Yeah, the guy said you should.
Get in
You
it.
should spend the amount that you thought he deserved.
Demo said, "Speak so in here, Jesse, move your back, please."
No, he was flying back.
That's your ears.
I like the spotlight. Okay.
Thank you.
It's not a high Jesse. That was 100 feet.
Sorry. I'm going to panoramic so you guys are all going to be in it.
Dean, did you get in touch with Jenny? Are you live?
I'm not talking.
You're not talking? Oh, because we're live?
Jesse texted Jenny.
Just wanted to make sure. Oh yeah, how about that? You should tell you I brought again. But that's okay, we don't want to be tagged. Alright. Stunned that Dean's here. But it worked out. Okay. We good to go, Dean?
Jack, Keith, prayer. Start it off.
One that knew him the most.
Do you know if Jenny's... Are we good? Jenny, do you want to say anything until... Make sure.
Why don't we come by Dad instead of Mr. Erickson? You don't remember Mr. Erickson?
Yeah, Scott.
Scott and Darla?
No, Darla's still with us.
Yeah, I know. I got coffee this morning.
Oh, great.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi, Jen.
everybody for coming. I guess it's a trek to get here. Thank you, Dan. I mean, I know we had to pull your leg a little bit, but it means a lot to us that you're all here. It's the last one of that generation, and really a big member of our family. We were talking about it last night when you went inside because you were too cold. How much you mean to all of us, and how much we want to share the rest of our lives with you. I figured that was going to be about what I was going to get. But yeah, thank you, Pete and Zach, for making the trip and supporting my sisters. As all right, you want to take over? I mean, we're all getting down the. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like I finished the conversation. I got three words. I got three.
Forgot about the person next to you.
I did.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know we're
didn't-
wearing
what
black.
about Carrie? Then did I forget about Carrie too?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, more.
Terry's part of the family.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, that's all the thanks you guys get. Thanks to Danny. Carrie being with us, it's 17 years now? Not 15? 16.
2004.
Yeah. I mean, we're all part of this family, and I think that, you know, spent the last 4 months with him, and if you guys ever want any details, I'm happy to talk to you and share it with you. But I do have good news, is that you know, it's cliche to have, like, you're on your deathbed and you want to get out like your last words and yada yada yada, like things that you've never gotten off your chest before. That wasn't him.
Where do we start?
When he wanted to tell you something, he told you something. When he had
Yeah,
advice,
he certainly did.
What was that? When he had advice, he wasn't afraid to share it. And I think that gives me so much confidence, like going forward, is that if there's ever a moment where I'm like, well, what would Dad want me to do, or what would Dad do in this situation? First of all, I wouldn't do it like he did, but
Do the opposite.
I would do the opposite. But if it was because he was such a good mentor, what I thought he would want, or like what he would do in that situation, I would just trust myself. And I think everybody here should be able to trust themselves in those situations, because he had so much love for us, so much trust in us. He was so proud of us. He knew where we were going in this world, and he was so happy and proud to be along on our journeys. He had so much fun sharing it, from taking the bus to all of Jesse's soccer games, to more recently with us three. I mean, his relationship with Jenny, and then the spouses, and then the grandkids, and just everything. He had so much fun doing that. And you know, his eyes would brighten up and light up in that hospital room when one of you guys would FaceTime, and I'm sure that's what it was before the hospital stay too. besides Jesse's, yeah. He told me afterwards he couldn't believe it. Yeah. But you know, there isn't much to say, because you know what he would say in this situation. He would want us to stay together. He would want us to get together and follow each other's lives and love each other. And he would want us to have fun. You know, there's grief, and he would always say that people handle grief in their own way. And I know we all will, and we're working with that right now. And to rely on each other, to not hold things in, to be comfortable sharing. You know, he's very comfortable sharing his emotions. He's he's a little too comfortable, spiritual dude, and just relying on each other and enjoying the journey, as cliche as that sounds, because he sure did. You know, he had a great knack for, like, regardless of the situation, like, not showing any sort of stress. And I'm not sure if he felt it or not, but he certainly had fun, regardless of finances, or regardless of what lies ahead in terms of housing or whatever, you know. Gas. He's like, we can figure that out later and just enjoy the moment now. And so yeah, you know what he would say in this situation. So, I know we'll carry through on his wishes to share things with each other as we grow up, to share Jesse and Terry's children's lives, and Catherine's life, and who knows for the other three. Maybe Danny and Zach will get a dog or something.
I already have a dog.
Oh yeah.
Another one?
Yeah, another dog. She is a great dog. The only good dog. Yeah, we have so many stories, and there's so much to be shared still. But can't tell you how much I love you all, and happy to share the rest of my life with you guys. Looking forward to the journey, and you too, Uncle Dan. And yeah, if anybody else wants to say anything, any thoughts, stories, any fun things,
Our biggest fight was when I was so mad at him, and I was baking homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I don't remember what our fight was, but I took a big scoop of cookie dough and I threw it at him, and it stuck directly on his head, bald head, and it stayed there. No, he started coming at me, and it still stayed there. So then I ran out the back door to the baseball field.
He definitely
yeah,
That's not true.
Yeah.
No.
There's another side to it.
He thought I stabbed him? Oh, that's even better. Yeah, it's just a spoonful of cookie dough and it's perfectly stuck on his bald head. And I knew I was in trouble, so I sprinted out of the house.
You came home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to let you in.
Yeah, I stayed in the dugout. I wasn't leaving. I wasn't moving.
Lots of those little stories.
I remember one time when I went to do my college visits, one of my best friends from home, Carly, and her dad came along with us, and we had no money, so we were just going from place to place. And we ended up in a small town in New Jersey, and we later found out that there's a big LGBT community, and absolutely, can I get a shout out? But him and we kind of broke down, and they didn't have any money to afford to stay in that town because it's pretty expensive. And so Carly's dad and him pretended that they were a couple, and so in order to stay at this nice hotel, and they fixed up their car for them, and he gave Carly's dad a slap on the butt as we left, and it was awesome. I think they gave us a room for like $20. That was a great trip. He always made it work. You'd have $20 in his bank account, but that we could somehow get up to New York. Spread his money.
I remember getting Delilah with them for the first time. And he kept swearing at her. Calling her a friggin' effing mutt. And then I would come home from school and we would be sleeping together, snuggling on his chair. He would still swear at her whenever I was around.
I remember how much he would congratulate her on her poops. He would be like, "Oh, look at that one, Delilah." It'd be like
Got her.
7 a.m.
He taught her how to play fetch.
Yeah.
I heard there was one time they pooped together. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
He kept the door open because every time he would close the bathroom door, she'd whine or cry,
Yeah.
and so he kept it open. And so one time he was in there for a little while.
Glad this is live streamed.
Yeah. And then Delilah like probably caught on to what he was doing,
Yeah.
and then like did her business, and then looked at him for like positive affirmation, like, "Look, I did it too." And I think he said he was proud of her.
He probably did the same thing for us. Potty training us.
Yeah. Oh man.
Every time there's an issue or a health issue or any type of issue, he would drive down to Green Bay right away and just always be there. Dialysis and he started the kidney stuff.
I think it's special that he did everything he could to hang on, to know that Danny was good.
Yeah, he fought hard.
Yeah.
Boy, did he fight hard. He didn't want to go. But he definitely wasn't afraid, right? He made that clear. And he's certainly interested in whatever he's going through right now. One thing he stressed is how beneficial counseling can be. not to bring this up now. And he would bring it up. He'd bring it up so often. So just a recommendation.
Really, I lived with him the past 3 years.
Oh no, he said it often. Well, he would call it a shrink, which is which is not the appropriate term. Not at all. But yeah. So
Who bought the cookies?
what's that?
Who bought the cookies here?
Are cookies?
Are those cookies?
Yeah. Why don't you have one? Yeah.
They look like cookies.
Yeah. Is the bus going in there too?
It looks like cookie container.
I know how much he loved the girls. He met Martha, right? I think that's awesome.
He finally has a place of his own.
What'd you say?
Finally has place. No, we're still paying for it.
Yeah. It's good, Dino.
And I say we should all come back here together
Yeah, awesome.
and rent a big place.
Oh yeah,
Schedule a Jeep ride on the right day.
yeah. Oh yeah. He's smiling down at that.
Classic. I guess we will have to wrestle for him tonight.
Wrestle for him?
Yeah.
Could you imagine his reaction if he heard that Desiree broke her thumb wrestling?
Wrestling Jesse.
Eh,
Oh, those idiots.
What a perfect spot for him.
Yeah. He said the last time we were here, he sat out here for a couple of hours, and I forgot what I was doing, but he came back and kept talking like he had this
I hope they don't start singing Sound of Music.
connection with a guy who was here, and like he just felt his presence. And
Scott.
might have been Scott. Yeah, who knows?
Who brought up the name Scott?
Yeah, maybe.
Can I bring up?
No.
Oh. I got Justin.
Well, that guy has the. Let's just say that if he wasn't working in like the slow part of Colorado, he probably wouldn't have a job. But you gotta be patient with him. So I've been working with him for a couple of months, and hopefully we'll have a mock-up soon.
He wasn't a junior.
The guy who makes the
Oh,
show.
good.
So hopefully sometime next year, and maybe we can come back out here this next summer.
I
See
was
ya.
saying it'd be so fun to try to do each season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, I can take a picture too.
Did you want to do a 2-for-1 or something?
Picture of everybody.
Oh, you can get it. They can get it.
Well, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's pissed off at himself
Yeah.
for some of the decisions he made. But not for many.
But not really, because
It was cold and kind of struggling with it. Leaving it to the strongest daughter, keep it a secret, and cope with it.
What was his decision?